Okay, so I think we got some sound now. Maybe this is going good. Some sound now. Maybe this is going good. Good, good. All right, testing the microphone, testing the microphone. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, testing the microphone, testing the microphone. Had to turn the noise suppression on a little bit there. Cut out some of that background noise. But what's going on, guys? Let's get this live stream started. Um, Today's live stream is going to be on modern women, wife material or nah, because I see a lot of guys online and their first response is, modern women ain't crap. You can't do this, can't do that. There's an echo. I muted it. I had to turn the sound on for just a second, but I muted it now. You shouldn't hear an echo anymore. But I see a lot of guys nowadays say modern women ain't crap. You don't date them, you can't marry them, things like that. And I can't really argue with them too much. I can't argue with them, especially if you live in America. I can't really argue with you at all. Not too much to say on that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to that. What you've got to remember is a lot of times with American. Why does it keep doing that? Keeps typoing me. Let's try this for a third time. Hey, you guys. But when it comes to modern women and dating and stuff, especially with American women, what you're going to have to understand is they are not taught anything about being a wife nowadays. They're not taught by society. They're not taught by their mothers. They're not taught by their dads, if their dad's even around. None of that is being taught anymore. They are strictly on their own when it comes to that kind of situation. And so what they do is they default to society. They default to their friends. Um, they default to outside influences when it comes to that because they're not getting taught any other way. And the main problem with that is they're teaching them wrong. They're teaching them from a female led society to think that, first of all, that your value is evergreen and that it never goes down, no matter how old you get, no matter how many guys you sleep with, that it's everlasting and it'll never go anywhere. Well, if that was true, white females on antidepressants wouldn't be the highest it's ever been, ever. We wouldn't have a statistic saying that, by like 2030 or 2040, around 45% of women between 18 and like, I think it's 35 will be unwed and childless by then, around 45%. And you've got to look at the conditioning that they're having growing up. You can even look at clothes when you go to clothing stores and it says like Bad Bee and Princess, and now it's We a Queen and all this kind of stuff. But the problem is, if you don't teach women how to be good wives, they're not gonna be. And so guys are gonna start dating these girls and they're just gonna say, well, they're not worth a relationship, so I'm just gonna sleep around. And then by the time they get in their 30s and their value is not as high as it was when they were 23 as they are when they're 33 with 3 kids in tow, um, they still in their mindset think that they can, but in the back of their minds they know they can't attract those same guys like they used to. So they blame it on society, they blame it on everybody does this, hot girl summer kind of type thing. And then it turns into you're the last person in the musical chairs and there's no chair kind of situation. You know what I mean? So when it comes to guys and wanting to date, they don't have much to work with. Like they're not too excited about it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just gonna work on me, and I'm just gonna post things about me being depressed all the time because it's funny, and I'm just gonna sleep around when I can because 80% of men, get almost no sexual contact from women whatsoever. They're invisible. And so you've got these people on this side of the playground and these people on this side of the playground, and the only time they meet is to sleep together. And men and women are better together than they are apart. Okay? Men and women are better get together than they are apart. They're complementary to each other. She has strengths you don't have, you have strengths she doesn't have, and then you complement each other together. Okay? That's the whole point of our species. And so marriage was developed as kind of like a good social construct as to this is how we're going to keep our species going. Humans are naturally terrible at being in a monogamy situation. They're terrible at it because guys' sexual strategy is to get as much sexual access as they can. Okay, to spread the legacy as far as possible. And women's strategy is to find the best partner to survive. That's her strategy, what it's been forever. Me find the best partner to survive. The one most capable of taking care of me and my offspring and them surviving. That's the point. And so when they created marriage, it was, hey, this is going to help us survive as a species. Now, that aside, now for the last 60 years, we've had society telling women that you're just like men. You can sleep with whoever you want to. We have freedom. You have birth control giving women total control over the generations that are born. Total control. They dictate who is born. That's the end of it. And what that's led to is the highest antidepressants in white women ever. Lowest marriage recorded ever. Highest divorce rates almost ever. And 80% of divorces initiated by women. A huge percentage of kids born out of wedlock. A huge percentage of kids with no dad. A huge percentage of single moms. It just keeps going. Kobe says monogamy equals everyone gets a mate, most child growth, best equal child upbringing, stability. Yeah. And I believe, I think that the gynocentric society, from the proven evidence that I've seen, is the main reasoning why we have all these things. And so, back to my point, back to dating in general, are modern American women worth marrying? Well, most of them know. Most of them know. It's not going to be worth your time. But a lot of them, yes. And so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to learn what to look for by dating a lot of women. Okay? You're going to have to, I did another video about working on yourself, getting yourself, becoming a high value man, things like that. That's another video. But if you're doing all those things, once you get to a certain point, you're going to start to want a mate, want a female in your life. And it's not about need. It's, I might want one. So then you start looking around and you see all these women that have self entitlement, arrogance. They got 3 kids in tow. They're 50 pounds overweight, and they think that they're a queen. They think that they're just as hot as Sally over at the Starbucks. It's 23 with no kids, and somehow looks good in a Starbucks uniform still, or Cherry over at the local coffee shop that always wears that perfume that you like. They think that they're just as good as them. And the reason I'm not talking about PhDs and all that kind of stuff is guys don't care about your job. They don't care. You were lied to. They don't care. All they care about is, are you hot? Are you available? And are you going to cause me problems or not? That's all they care about. And so then you've got the guys as they get older. Let's say that you have gotten that experience with women. Let's say you have dated multiple women. Let's say you have got an equivalent notch count to the point to where you can recognize better women from not so good women. Okay. And you start, you're like mid-30s, because I say, just like all the other guys in the manosphere, don't even think about a relationship until you're at least 30. Okay. And don't even think about marriage until you're about 35. And the reason I say that is because that's the point where your value is going to start to go up, because you should have been working on yourself, getting your game up, getting your money up, getting your career and connections up, learn how to take care of yourself, all those kind of things. And then now it's starting to accumulate, and now your value is growing. See, women's value grows when they're like 18. Bam. They get the keys of the candy store. They're getting in there, 18 years old, bam. They don't have to do anything. They just show up, okay? But what they don't know is, as they get older, as they date more guys, their value starts to decline. And that's why subconsciously they're around 28, 29, they want to get married. And you can say, no, they don't. But if you look at the marriage median in America, it's around 28 for a woman, 29 for a man. It's weird. And around 30, women's internal clock starts ticking. I need to settle down. I need to stop hoeing around. I need to get serious in a relationship. There's things I need to do. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. When they should have been around 22, 23, started looking for a serious relationship. Okay? Because they should have been raised their entire life at a certain point to understand what makes a good wife and what makes a good husband to look for by the parents. But they weren't. They were taught, oh, you're a queen, your value never goes down, you're better than a man, all this kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. BS. Okay? Because statistically speaking, again, the more guys that a woman is with, the less likely she is to be happy in a relationship. And you can look that up and find out. And it's around 10 plus partners that it really starts to decline. Now, a woman can have one partner and be alpha widowed by that guy and never be happy in a relationship. So that's why I say, look for a woman that you can kind of tell through talking to her, not asking her directly, but talking to her and kind of dating on the values that she has and maybe how many guys she has dated. But you don't ask her directly. She's going to lie anyway. So as far as are there marriage material out there in America? Yes, there is. But you're going to have to train them. Oh my God, training a woman. Oh, that's so misogynistic. Be quiet. If you want a good wife in your life, you're going to have to train that girlfriend to upgrade her to a wife. Okay? Because most women, I'm going to say a huge percentage of women, have no idea about how to be a wife. They don't have any idea about the dynamics of a man and a woman relationship. They don't know anything about the strengths and weaknesses. They don't know anything about a good relationship in general, because either they didn't see it with their parents or they didn't see it in life, and they definitely didn't see it on any kind of social media or television, period. So then they get in a serious relationship and they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act at all. So the main thing that you can do is to vet the women, show early frame announcement by pretty much showing her who you are and what you're about and what you look for in a woman, by guiding her indirectly and letting her know, you don't go here, you don't go here, go here. Okay? And what you do is you reward good behavior and you punish bad behavior. It's very simple. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to show her negativity when she does something wrong that you don't like. You're going to show her positive and caring when she does something that you like. Show her the right way to act. Okay? And you're only going to get that through being blunt about it. Okay? You can't tiptoe around these kind of things. You're going to have to show her flat out, because this is what men do. They don't tiptoe. Okay? Let's say she's acting a fool one night. Let's say she's throwing a fit at a store or something, and she's just, going crazy. Walk away. Don't argue with her. Don't ever argue with a woman. You're never going to win in an argument with a woman. She's coming at you from emotional. You're coming at her with rational. She's trying to get you emotional. And if you get emotional, you fail. Okay? So the best thing you can do is say, no. I'm not arguing with you. See ya. Just go somewhere. And then come back when she's cooled off. Okay? Now, as far as good behavior goes, if she's doing things that you like, reward her. Show her that you like that. If she's cooking you dinner, if she's doing all the wifey things as far as folding clothes, cleaning the house, being emotionally supportive to you, being caring and nice, reward that behavior. Be sweet to her. Be nice to her. Show her that that's good. Okay? And also, if you want to keep the lovemaking going on in your life, you're going to have to show her that you like that you want that, because we like that in relationships. We like sex in relationships, okay? A woman's never going to like sex as much as you. She's not going to, okay? Never. We have 12 to 17 times the testosterone as a woman. It's not going to happen. All this lying and talking about, women like sex as much as men, and all this posturing they have on social media is BS. Okay? The only woman that knows what that's like for a man is a woman that takes testosterone for bodybuilding competitions. You ask them, they will tell you they have never been as horny in their life as they are when they were on that. Why? Testosterone. Okay? So you've got to show her that that's important in your life, in her marriage. It builds a good connection when you have a healthy sex life, okay? It builds a good connection with the both of you, okay? When she starts trying to pull that back, she starts trying to use it as a token and starts trying to make you do things around the house to get it, that's a big no-no. You need to shoot that in the foot right now. Shut that down, okay? Let her know you don't like that. That's not going to happen. Tell her no a couple of times. All right? When she starts acting a fool, and let's say that you're really trying to sauce things up, because you don't, I feel like that every now and then in a marriage, you're just going to, sleep together. But most of the time, you need to be throwing some game at her. You need to be seducing her. You need to be playing a long game with her, spicing up the motor. You got to do it over a period of time, kind of keep it going. Let her know that she is a sexual being, sexual object to you. Okay? Objectify her a little bit. Okay? They're going to say they don't like that. They do. They do. Let her know that you think that she's sexually attractive, okay? And you're going to have to do this for a little while. You don't want to just like pop it on her all of a sudden, ooh, and then expect the sex right after that. They are a old V8 that needs cranking, okay? You got to start the motor right here to get the motor right there going, okay? Our motor's always on. You got to turn it on them, okay? And so if you're doing all that and she's still shutting you down, you got problems right there in a relationship. She doesn't respect you. She doesn't find you attractive. And you need to take that frame back. You need to tell her, no, that's not going to happen. You need to go off and do some things. You need to start taking your frame back. You need to show her what kind of man you are, because you have done something wrong for a long period of time for that to get to that point. And so you're going to have to start looking at yourself and start doing the things that you did in the beginning of the relationship, like your hobbies, self-interest, taking care of yourself, going to the gym, things like that, to make her notice that, okay, subconsciously. You want to demonstrate, don't explicate, okay? And so if your woman starts pulling back that attention stuff, go to the gym. Watch how she reacts. If you've never been in the gym, if you hadn't been in the gym in 5 years, go get a gym membership. Don't say anything to her about it. Just go get one. Okay? Then while you're doing that, start eating better. Then while you're doing that, pick up a new hobby. Not Legos. I saw an ad on Twitter where they're trying to talk men into buying Legos. Not that. A manly hobby. Okay? Start dressing better. Start buying better clothes. Start grooming better. Watch what happens. Who are you doing that for? What are you doing? And say, hey, feel like it's time for a change. Ooh, you just stoked up all kinds of anxiety and dread game in her. Don't over-explain it. Just nonchalantly. I feel like I needed a change. Yeah. Been letting it go for too long. Well, off to the gym. She's going to start thinking. The gears are going to start moving. Oh, who's he doing this for? Is he talking to somebody else? Am I not doing something? Am I not attractive to him anymore? Is he getting ready to divorce me? Is he getting ready to break up with me? That's going to go one of two ways. Either you're going to get rid of that problem, or she's going to start doing things to get your attention again. Okay? That's what you do. Okay? So, as far as looking for a wife, you got to have good raw materials. Okay? So look for a woman that's a complement to your wife, not the center of it. You want a woman that's a complement to your life. You want someone that you want to bring into your frame. Okay? You want to bring into your circle. You're not going into hers. She's coming into yours. This is my world. Welcome. Okay? You're not entering her world because that means you got nothing going on. It means you're nothing. It means you're adding into her life, and she's going to control you. She's going to tell you what to do, and she's going to slowly but surely lose respect for you. It's going to happen. Okay? Don't do that. So, good raw materials. Look for someone that's complement to your life. Think about the things that you want in a wife. And then look for somebody that's got the beginnings of that. Okay? Not somebody that's putting on, somebody that 7, 8, 2 years down the road is still doing those things. Date for a long period of time. Date for somebody for about 2 or 3 years. See if she's still doing that. Because if you're still doing the things you're supposed to be doing, that you are doing, because that's who you are, and she's still doing those things that she's doing that you like, and you're showing her the good and bad behavior, consequences, and reward, then you've got the beginnings right there. And so then from there, you can start thinking about getting in a more serious relationship, okay? If you've been dating for a few years, she's proven herself, you've kind of tapered off the other girls because you should have been dating multiple girls, at least up until you became boyfriend, girlfriend with her, okay? And that should have been a long period of time before you were BFGF. Okay. Then at that point, you start looking at how she acts then. Because once she becomes your girlfriend, she's going to change. She's going to act differently. Then you're still going to have to show her the good and bad behavior. All right? Let her know. And then if you're living together, let her know that you're not roommates. Okay? I'm your boyfriend. I'm not your roommate. I'm not going to do these things for you just because you don't like them. I'm not going to pick my socks up just because you want them in a different spot. No. Sorry. It's the way I am. I've done this all my life. Deal with it. Because she's going to do things you don't like. Guaranteed she's going to do things you don't like. You think she's going to stop doing those? No. So why are you? Why are you trying to negotiate desire with her? No. I'm a man. This is who I am. I'm not a woman. I'm a man. You want me to act like you? Date a woman. Okay? Don't have emotions the way you do. I don't dress the way you do. I don't pick my stuff up off the floor the same way you do. You don't pick up stuff in the bathroom the same way I do. Okay? The shower's full of your junk. I got 3 things. We're not the same. We're never going to be the same. And that's okay. Because we complement each other. I got these. You got these. What's the big deal? It's great.